Hey, welcome back, Imran, Siddiq, Web Squadron. I want to talk to you about how does it feel to be an expert, or even to start questioning yourself as are you an expert? You know, imposter syndrome. Hey, I'm a web designer. And then someone says, are you? Are you really good at doing that? Do you even know how to design a website? Can you build one from scratch? And you might go, well, I use Elementor. It is the best page builder out there. Well, that's how I feel anyway. And they go, yeah, but you're using a page builder. You're not designing completely from scratch with tons and tons of code. And you start to doubt yourself. You might be a plumber and you've just started off, you're an apprentice, or maybe you've got a business that you've been doing for a year or two, and a veteran plumber who can do all sorts of amazing pipe work and stuff comes along and goes, do you really know how to do plumbing? Or maybe you're a furniture designer, a carpenter. We could go on and on with tons of careers and opportunities out there in the world. Imposter syndrome kicks in. Am I really good at this? Do I have the right to call myself an astronaut, a space explorer, a dungeon master? Well, when you think about it, of course you do. When you take on a client or you speak to someone who doesn't know how to use Elementor, or page building, or WordPress, or any type of website, you are more of an expert in that than them. Just pause for a moment and think about that, okay? If you bake bread, and someone comes into your shop, and they want to know how to bake bread, and you're going to teach them, you might only have learnt it an hour ago by watching a YouTube video. Or you picked up a book and you researched and read it, obviously. Or someone told you in the street, hey, this is how you bake bread. You are now more of an expert than someone who does not know that. Now, I'm not saying you are an expert. Is there such a thing as an expert? You're not the mastermind. You're not the wizard. You're not the king of knowledge of everything. None of us are. We're all learning. Okay? You could take a web designer who does hard coding. We're talking hardcore stuff, right? They are an expert in that, but they've probably never ever touched Elementor or WordPress. Therefore, I am more of an expert in that than them, just like they are more of an expert in coding than me. Hey, I can drive. I've had my driving license now for, I don't know now, what, 26 years? I like to think that I'm good at driving. But there could be someone younger than me, older than me, who is more of an expert driver. Why? Because maybe they've experienced different situations or types of driving. What I'm getting at in this very elongated podcast right now is that imposter syndrome will invade your thought process, make you paranoid or start to doubt yourself when you let it do that. If you are good at what you do, or what you claim to do. You know, if you go out there and go, hey, yeah, I can build a house, and you know you can do it properly, you know, with no shortcuts or anything like that, but you can do it, you are an expert in that, okay? But if you go out there and say, hey, I can build a house, but you don't know how to build a house, or you don't understand building regulations or anything like that, then you might want to rephrase what you say. Hey, I can build your house, but I've got a network or a team that's going to help me out. I can build your website, but for this part of it, I'm going to have to get in a coder for JavaScripting or something else. Or we're going to build your website, but we're going to use the Elementor page builder. I am very frank and honest about that. I don't go out there and say, yeah, we'll build your website just with HTML, JavaScript, and CSS coding and Python and anything else we want to throw into it. You know, a bit of a Commodore 64 and a bit of Excel and wham bam, there you go. I'm not like that. I like to say it like it is. And if I feel we need to use another plugin or a template or a bit of code from someone, we make that clear to our clients. So I don't have to worry about imposter syndrome. And if you understand your strengths and your weaknesses, you will end up being much more confident in standing tall and saying, I am an expert. Hope to see you soon. Take care.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life, I never miss, that's fact, taking big swings, bitch, hand me the bat.